Remember 2020, the world seemed to stop. Streets were empty, schools closed, and our lives changed in ways we never imagined. The COVID-19 pandemic was one of the biggest global events of our lifetime, touching nearly every country on Earth. It reshaped how we live, work, and connect with each other. Millions of lives were lost, economies were shaken, and our healthcare systems were pushed to the absolute brink. But amidst the chaos, we also saw the incredible power of science, cooperation, and human resilience. So, what exactly happened? COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2. Think of coronaviruses as a big family of viruses, some cause the common cold, while others can be much more serious. COVID-19 primarily attacks the respiratory system. You've probably heard the list of symptoms: fever, cough, tiredness, and that strange loss of taste or smell. For many, it felt like a bad flu, but for others, especially older adults or those with existing health conditions, it became a life-threatening illness. It all started in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. Doctors noticed a cluster of patients with a mysterious pneumonia. Scientists quickly identified a new coronavirus as the culprit. The virus was incredibly contagious, spreading from person to person with alarming speed. Within months, it had crossed oceans and continents. By March 2020, the World Health Organization made it official: COVID-19 was a global pandemic. How did it spread so fast? Mainly through tiny respiratory droplets released when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or even just talks. You could also get it by touching a contaminated surface and then your face. What made it so tricky was that people could spread the virus even without showing any symptoms. This invisible transmission, combined with international travel and crowded spaces, created the perfect storm for a worldwide outbreak. The impact was staggering. Hospitals were overwhelmed. We saw heartbreaking images of doctors and nurses working tirelessly, facing shortages of beds, oxygen, and protective gear. The pandemic didn't just affect our physical health. It took a huge toll on our mental well-being too. The fear, isolation, and constant uncertainty led to a surge in stress, anxiety, and depression for people of all ages. Life as we knew it was put on hold. Schools and universities shut their doors, and millions of students switched to online learning. While technology was a lifesaver, it also exposed a digital divide, with many students struggling without reliable internet or devices. The global economy took a massive hit. Businesses closed, millions lost their jobs, and industries like tourism and hospitality were devastated. Governments had to step in with massive financial support just to keep things afloat. To slow the virus down, we entered a new world of lockdowns, travel bans, and social distancing. Staying home, avoiding crowds, wearing masks, and constantly washing our hands became our new normal. It was tough, but these measures were crucial in flattening the curve. But the biggest beacon of hope came from science. In an unprecedented global effort, scientists developed safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines in record time. Vaccination campaigns rolled out, drastically reducing severe illness and deaths, and finally giving us a path back to normalcy. Technology was our lifeline in other ways too. Video calls kept us connected, and remote work became mainstream. The pandemic basically hit the fast-forward button on digital transformation. Of course, it wasn't a smooth ride. We battled a flood of misinformation online, and the unequal distribution of vaccines between rich and poor countries created major challenges. But the lessons we learned are invaluable. We saw just how critical strong healthcare systems are, the power of global scientific collaboration, and how interconnected our world truly is. The COVID-19 pandemic was a global tragedy, a test of our collective strength and unity. The scars remain, but it also forced us to adapt and innovate. Public health awareness is higher than ever, and flexible work is here to stay. By remembering the hardships and honoring those we lost, we can use these lessons to build a safer, more resilient, and more compassionate world for the future. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Stay safe and take care.